Seth Hodges board game here with John Coview.
Yes.
And showing us, what is it?
Subatomic.
Subatomic.
An atom building game.
An atom building game. Okay.
So this is a deck building game where you are using a hand of corks. Let me show you some of them. Down corks and up corks and photons in order to build subatomic particles, right? Subatomic. Subatomic particles are neutrons, protons, and electrons here, or playing them on your player mat. And then you're using those to build atoms and claim element cards, okay? So, for example, I'll go ahead and show you how we play. You start with a hand of 11 cards, you shuffle them, and you deal 5 to each player. Now, with your hand here, you can see on your player mat some of the pricing. On the top right here, a photon or proton costs you 2 up quarks and 1 down quark. Now I don't have 2 up quarks and 1 down quark, but I do have 2 down quarks and 1 up quark, and that would allow me. Yep, you can build a neutron. So if I play those face up in front of me, I can either put a neutron within my atom, or I could come over here and purchase a neutron card that's available. Now this one though, in this column, costs 3 energy as well.
Oh wow.
I don't have any energy in front of me, and how I get energy is by playing cards face down, many cards face down. So I'd probably go ahead and put that neutron on my player mat. I also have...
Oh, you could do the other one.
There you go.
Electron.
I could build an electron.
Yeah.
Now this one, so now this is kind of an interesting decision.
Energy.
I could have played both of these down as 1 electron, just like that, and be done.
Yeah.
Some of the other things I could have done, however, instead of even playing on my player mat, I could have played these 2 face up, taken this card, but I would have to play essentially all 3 of these as energy.
Oh.
1 energy would go to that, and the other 2 energy I'd collect. Okay? And now I keep those for the next round.
Okay.
Right? And what are we trying to do? These cards, if I buy these cards, they're going to go into my deck. Right? So these are all discarded. I draw my new cards. When those come around, now it doesn't take me 2 cards anymore to build an electron.
Oh yeah.
I can build it with 1.
With 1,
right?
Oh, interesting.
Or in here, it doesn't take me 3 cards to build a proton. I can build it with just this 1 card.
Nice.
Now if my deck starts to get really clunky, because I've got lots of high-powered cards and a lot of these weak cards as well.
I want to kind of get rid of these, yeah?
I want to get rid of them, that's right. And I can use the Annihilation Mechanism here. I essentially pay energy, I pay 2 energy, and I can move the track, or move it that way rather, and that's gonna annihilate 2 cards. I remove them completely from the game, and now they're gone, right? So I don't need to worry about them cluttering up my hand anymore.
Okay.
I can also purchase, later on in the game, these bigger cards, which are either 2 neutrons or 2 energy, or 2 protons and 2 energy, or
those are even better.
1 and 1.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what am I actually trying to do? How am I going to win the game? Well, I noticed that I don't actually have any element cards out here. That's unfortunate. Oh well.
That's right.
There's supposed to be a deck of element cards here, but essentially what you're doing is you're trying to build up a number of subatomic particles on your player mat. Like for hydrogen as an example, hydrogen requires 2 protons, 2 neutrons, and 2 electrons. When I do that, if it's available, I can pull that card. You can select that card.
Spending energy.
Spending the energy that's above here.
Okay.
When I do that, I would remove all of these glass beads back up to the top because I'm removing everything from my atom. That is then going to score me victory points. The victory points are the atomic mass of whatever element it was.
Yes.
So for hydrogen, atomic mass is the number of subatomic particles in the nucleus. So you're getting a lesson in chemistry as you play.
Yes, we
are. So for hydrogen, that would score you 4 points. Lithium would score you 7 points, beryllium would score you 9 points, and boron would score you 11 points.
Wow.
I unfortunately forgot the cards over there, otherwise I'd show you. When you build or complete an element, now what you do is you are going to place exactly 2 of your colored cubes in this area here, right? So I can place them on anywhere except the element that I built. So if I had just built helium, I can't place on helium, but I could place on, say, lithium and the elemental set down here.
Okay.
I can then take any one of those bonuses. They're 1 time for the first player to place on there. Maybe I'll take this one that says gain 4 energy. It's gone, and I'll take 4 more energy immediately. All right?
Great, yeah.
Now, why are we placing these here? Because at the end of the game, so let's say that you had built a bunch of them. Now, the end of the game is marked as soon as all these cubes run out, right? So someone will build 5 elements. You're placing 2 per, and you have 10 cubes, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what's going to happen is, let's say that you have the most cubes here in lithium.
I get 3 points.
You get 3 points for every lithium that you have built.
Nice.
That's right.
Okay.
And I have the second most, so
Get
I
two
would get
per.
2 points for every lithium that I have
Cool.
built.
Yeah.
And then down here, let's say that I have the most in the elemental set, I would get 2 points for every card in my entire set, as long as they're different. Right, or every different card. So if I build all of the same, that's only one different card, I get 2 points. If I have 2 different types of cards, I get 4 points. 3 different types of cards, and there's 4, so I could get up to 8 points for that. Right?
Nice.
And that's basically the general operation of the game. You're playing your cards, trying to build up your hand so that you can build your atom quicker, claim the element cards, which score you points. You can call your deck by annihilating, build the bigger ones, which allow you to move quicker. The last couple things I'll mention. Up here we have these scientists.
Guys.
Yeah. So you've got Albert Einstein here, J.J. Thomson, Marie Curie, and a bunch of others in the box. You have 7 total. You pick 4 of them. These allow you to kind of change up a little bit how you play. So you purchase them by the energy cost down here in the corner.
So they're just all available?
Yep. And then as soon as this one is purchased, the next one is 1 higher cost, right?
Higher,
so they increase in cost as the game moves on.
Get them early.
That's right. Now this card allows me to mimic any 2 single subatomic cards or any 1 larger card. So essentially that means that when I have this card, I can play her and say, I'm going to mimic this one. And I immediately take that card, it gets shuffled back in, and everything else swings down. Right? So that's pretty powerful. Marie Curie here allows me to look at another player's hand and then mimic any 2 cards in their hand. They get to discard those and then also draw a new card. Right?
Okay.
So
they
it
all
helps.
do different things.
They all do different things.
Yes.
They kind of change up how you play.
That's awesome.
And that's really fun. The last thing I'll mention,
One more thing. All right.
everything in here is extremely accurate. The particle physics and chemistry. And we actually have a document in the book. Looks like the rule book, but it's not. It's called The Science Behind Subatomic.
Oh, you can learn all about it.
You can learn all about it. Yeah, this was crowdsourced, written by 20 PhDs and doctors across the world.
That's awesome.
We as a company did not write this. They wrote it for us together, they edited it, and then we just said, great, we'll put it in the game. And it explains the science and how the components mimic the science.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here, John.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.